Right now on NBC 26 Live at 10, the Green Bay man convicted of luring children into a building and setting it on fire faces a judge for sentencing.
And several local departments scramble to put out a fire at a popular bar and grill in the town of Scott.
Plus, prisons overflowing with inmates, what legislators plan on doing to solve the state's overcrowded prison problem. Now, the Green Bay man accused of luring 4 children into the 1001 Club and setting it on fire last year, sentenced today to 5 years in prison.
Tonight, we hear his message for the victims' families.
I would like to say that I am really sorry for my actions, and I apologize to the families that I have hurt and everybody that has been traumatized by my actions.
Those actions putting Jesus Alfredo Casiovetta Quinton 5 years behind bars. Last year, police say he lured 4 children into this building where the 1001 Club used to be. He punched and kicked them and locked them up before trying to set the building on fire.
And that I know what I did was wrong, and I would like to make amends as soon as possible.
The state says he deserves a lengthy punishment. The defense, on the other hand, say because he's mentally unstable, treatment is more important. Casiovetta Quinton vows to the judge he can change his ways.
I'm going to take the prison time that I get in prison to go to school and learn skills that I need in society, and to go to college and also prepare myself for society.
The judge is concerned he's a big risk to the community. Casiovetta Quinton says if he does time, he'll come out a better man.
The sooner I get done with prison, the sooner I can start doing amends for my actions. Just pay my restitution, get a job, and help my family.
Now, Casiovetta Quinton will also be on 15-year supervision. Once he's released, he's not allowed any contact with victims or minors.
Green Bay police say a man is in custody for a shooting. Police say a woman has non-life-threatening injuries. That woman, who is in her early 20s, drove herself to an area hospital with a gunshot wound to the back. The shooting happened in downtown Green Bay. Police say the man and woman knew each other, but officers are still investigating. They do not believe the public is in any danger. Investigators in Appleton looking for a suspect they say is armed and dangerous. 29-year-old Terrence Moore is wanted in connection to a shooting on the 1600 block of Clark Street. There were multiple reports of shots fired inside and outside of a home around 4 a.m. on Sunday. Moore is considered armed and dangerous, and police warn you not to approach him and contact police right away.
New information is live at 10. The Oak Ridge Bar and Grill in the town of Scott suffering substantial damages, according to firefighters on the scene tonight. They say they got the call just before 6 this evening. The fire reportedly started in the kitchen. Everyone was able to get out safely. Firefighters say renovations over the years made it difficult to fight the fire.
The building has been remodeled numerous times. In that case, there's different ceiling heights and different roof lines, and we're having trouble getting to the fire because it's trapped between the different roof lines.
Crews from 7 different departments helped put out the fire. Its cause is still under investigation.
5 people out of their homes tonight. 1 person hurt after an early morning fire in Markesan. Now that fire is still being investigated. NBC 26's Shara Taylor joins us in the Green Bay newsroom with the latest details.
One resident returning to his apartment and saying he was too devastated to speak on camera. This afternoon, insurance adjusters are examining the results of the Markesan fire, which left Stubby's bar destroyed and Sheer Image Salon damaged. Markesan Police Department officials say Stubby's bar suffered severe structural damage, and the building next door, where Sheer Image Salon is located, has fire and water damage. 2 other buildings also received smoke damage. Markesan police say they received a call from the bar owner at about 2 o'clock this morning. Grand River Fire District and other local agencies responded. Officer Watry says they fought the fire until about 8 a.m. They're not sure how the fire started.
The owner even wasn't really sure what had happened. It came from the kitchen area that he has in the back. He makes like pizzas and sandwiches and things like that, so maybe something happened there, but this time we're not 100% sure.
Watry says the adjusters only spoke with business owners and the fire is still being investigated. The officer says the Red Cross is helping those people displaced by this fire. Keeping you connected, Shara Taylor, NBC 26.
2 people are safe tonight after a mobile home fire in Kiel. It happened just before 2:30 this morning on Lax Chapel Road. 1 person does have minor injuries. The home and car were destroyed. The cause of that fire remains under investigation. A traffic alert from the Oshkosh Police Department. They're reporting a Canadian National train is blocking several crossings. Nevada Avenue at Broad Street, Murdoch Avenue west of Bowen Street, and Harrison Street at Nicolay Avenue were blocked by a train with mechanical problems tonight. They advise travelers to avoid those intersections.
Well, we are following a weather alert tonight because tonight will be the coldest night in 3 weeks. And for that reason, a frost advisory has been issued for most of northeast Wisconsin. Temperatures will be dipping down into the lower and mid 30s by tomorrow morning. Well to the north and west of the Fox Valley, we will see some upper 20s. So with that frost advisory, a widespread frost or freeze is likely. Cover any tender plants if you haven't done so already, or bring those potted plants inside if you don't want them to get damaged from the cold. Temperatures quickly rising tomorrow morning with that sunshine, mid to upper 30s. Look for 60 degrees, however, by the final bell. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Cameron. Many state prisons are overcrowded, and by 2019, it's anticipated more people will be locked up in Wisconsin than ever before.
NBC 26's Eric Kress went to the state capitol today to find out what lawmakers say should be done about our packed prisons.
Here in Madison, state lawmakers are well aware that nearly 23,000 people are incarcerated across the state. Now, they're also aware that something has to be done to change the trend.
We really have to start thinking out of the box.
We're locking too many people up.
Today, NBC 26 spoke with Representative Michael Schra and State Senator Dave Hansen about the overpopulation of Wisconsin prisons.
Minnesota has about half the amount of prisoners locked up as we do in our state prisons. They do a great job with community service and the rest and treatment. We can do a lot better.
We may have to send prisoners out of state again, which nobody wants to do because that's expensive.
One solution Representative Schra is pitching at the Capitol is to send some drunk driving offenders, which are dealt mandatory prison sentences, to treatment or rehab for 12 to 18 months in Winnebago County.
When you're in therapy that long, 12 to 18 months, it's hard to fool people, and you're really going to get at the issue.
He says that could keep as many as 2,000 people out of prison every year and help those people keep their jobs and save taxpayer money.
We're not getting softer on crime, but I think that there's a realization that some of the lower level offenders, it may not be best suited for them to be sitting in prison for 5 or 10 years.
We can do better. And I wish we could find a bipartisan way to work together again like we did back when I first started.
Keeping you connected in Madison, I'm Eric Kress with NBC 26.
Representative Schra is asking for $5 million to launch his treatment pilot program in Winnebago County. He says he has already spoken to Governor Walker's office about the idea, and they seemed receptive.
People living in Brown County could see a sales tax to help pay for a new expo center. County Executive Troy Strackenbach made the proposal during his state county address tonight. He's suggesting a half-cent sales tax for 72 months.
This is a positive direction. From my standpoint, this is an investment in our community. It's an investment in our long-term success, and it makes us a regional powerhouse that we ought to be when we're the third largest city and the fourth largest county.
And the existing room tax will also fund the project, which was used for the Resch Center and K1 Convention Center.
The Wisconsin legislature passed a package of bills today designed to combat opioid abuse, which has reached epidemic proportions. The 9 proposals, approved nearly unanimously by the Senate, were expected to be quickly signed by Governor Scott Walker, who called lawmakers into a special session to take up the bills. The state assembly has passed a package of legislation to fight homelessness in Wisconsin. The 4 measures have bipartisan support and easily cleared the assembly today. Some Democrats, though, have argued the proposals don't go far enough in fighting homelessness. A bill eliminating minimum wage requirements for state construction projects is moving forward. The bill was voted out of committee today and moves to the full Senate for a vote next. Governor Walker has said he does support this bill.
Well, still ahead, we like to use social media to keep up with family and friends, but when does it get too much and start impacting your self-esteem? What parents should be on the lookout for?
Plus, a Manitowoc teen honored today for her tireless efforts helping homeless children in Northeast Wisconsin.